So remember how we added this attribute of active to our product model, but we talked about not showing it if it was inactive. So let's actually implement that right now. We're going to go into admin and we're going to look at our products. We're going to select any product. We're going to deactivate it and hit saving. We're deactivating this one because charring cable does not make any sense. So we'll save that. So it's now longer shouldn't show up on our site anymore. So if we go to products, well, we still see it. And this is a problem. We don't actually want that to be the case. Instead, we want it to be gone completely. So what we need to do is add in some model managers. And to do this, we are going to create a new class, and we're going to call it product manager, and it's models.manager. And first of all, before we actually implement the manager, I also want to implement a query set methods. So we'll do class, and we'll call it product query set. And this is going to take models.query.query set. And I'm going to define active self. So this is going to return self.filter active equals true. All right, so now that we have this query set, we're going to go ahead and get that query set. So we'll define get query set of self. And we're going to return product query set. And it's going to be taking self.model, and it's going to be using self._db, so the database that's related to it, as well as the model that's related to it. And then when we want to update our query set itself, we're going to say define, and the first thing I'll do is all, and I'll do self, and then say args, and keyword args, and we're going to return self.getQuerySet, and then .active. So what this is doing is it's overriding the standard all query set, and then it's making sure that active, so active is true. So if we save this, and then we want to loop this product manager inside of our product model itself, and we'll say objects equals to product manager, and we initialize it with the parentheses. Now if we refresh in here, let's make sure the server is running. Refresh in here, now that actually went away. So how did this happen? Now this is what's really, really nice about the view sets themselves and also how model managers work. So the list view automatically has this idea of a query set. So if we went in here and said query set, it defaults to product.objects.all, or really it defaults to whatever the model is, .all. So if we wanted to change that query set, we could filter it to something different. So filter equals to active is false. And now if we go back in here and refresh, now it gives us a different query set, right? Which is really nice. So it actually changes exactly how this query set is going to come through. But by doing .all, we actually use the standard query set call. So for all objects, that's the standard one. And what we did in the models was we created a new manager to customize how that one went and worked. So if we also change .all, let's just say get rid of .active and just kept .all, and then went back into our views and we did .active, here it will be the exact same response, where .all is going to show all of them, and then .active shows the new query set that we created, which was just active. All right, so that is a really nice way to do these things and just clean up how our views work. Now there's a lot of things that we can do. I'm going to make sure that active is actually active, or is in this .all, or the all method. There's a lot of things that we could do with this product manager. This is not the only thing that you would need to do. Of course not. You could do things like get or create, or anything that when you see views something that objects that something, you can customize it to your own product manager itself. We're not going to get into that too much more right now, but it is something that you may want to see and check out. So that's kind of an introduction to the model managers. If you do have any questions on them, please hang on to them for a minute, because we will come back to how model managers work in future videos. So if you do have other kind of questions, let us know. Otherwise, let's keep going.